Yo, what's good? This is ANTHM. Yeah, ANTHM.
So it's iHipHop.com here chilling with ANTHM. How's everything going on with you?
It's good.
For the people that don't know you yet, but will get to know you a little bit more in the future, can you just break down where you from, who you are, and your movement?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from a lot of places. I was born in Russia, lived in Dallas, grew up in Virginia. A lot of my development as an artist has been here. Manhattan, went to Duke, worked in Wall Street, and then I've been focused on music for the past few years. Been doing it strong for like 3 years now.
When did you graduate from Duke?
07.
07. So were you one of those kids out there like camping outside for Duke tickets for the games?
Nah, I didn't really camp like that.
Oh, so I didn't see you like on TV with your face painted blue or nothing like that?
Not face painting, but you might have seen me. Basketball was huge, man. That was a big part of undergraduate experience.
So you worked on Wall Street as a day trader, right?
Institutional trader.
So how would you say how much different those two worlds are compared to hip hop? Would you say pretty much like the same, like competitive wise?
It's definitely very different just because being an artist, it's like the first time in my life where I really had to structure my own time. But I would say that the experience was definitely helpful as far as approaching it from a professional perspective. And that definitely was the toughest experience for me, like working on Wall Street, the type of commitment and competitive environment that it was. So as far as like pushing yourself to be better.
How did your mother take the news when you told her that you were trading in your suit for a microphone?
It wasn't the first time. I tried to do it like right after school, but I decided that it was a better look for me to work because it was at a time where I needed to be in a position to help my family.
Yeah.
So given that it wasn't really the first time I brought it up, it went over much better than I'd expected. And I felt like I had a degree, good work experience, and earned an opportunity to really take a risk for myself.
Between working on Wall Street and I assume that you were still doing music at the same time that you're working, when did you find time to sleep?
The way we structured it is I would just try to write as much during the weekdays, but really when it came to weekends, it was like shut shit down, write, record, create as much content as I could, go over it Sunday night, and then just study it through the week. It was a cycle like that. So especially like my second year, definitely took away like social life, just trying to balance it too.
Speaking of content, right now you have out your When We Were Kings mixtape.
Yeah.
After that, you have something coming out with Blue, right? An EP produced by Blue from the West Coast.
That's an EP called A Handful of Dust. That's going to be after. There's another EP I'll be releasing beforehand called Joy and Pain. That EP with Blue came out of we connected with him for a feature on the project Joy and Pain. Mm-hmm. We got a chance to connect down at South by Southwest. He made a guest appearance during my set, and that's where we got to build and discuss on the project. So definitely excited about that.
Can you talk a little bit more about Joy and Pain?
Joy and Pain is it's really like a concept EP. Definitely like a different sound, more eclectic sound that came out of like a burst of inspiration. It's gonna be like a 6-track EP. I'd say like one of the standout tracks is gonna be the one with Blue on it called Polaris.
Most people would consider your sound to, kind of be like a throwback to early, New York hip hop in the 90s, when people just come out and hear your music and hear how you spit and just label you so fast or quick to label you in the box. Does that kind of like annoy you a little bit?
No, not at all, because honestly, like the When We Were Kings project I felt like that was me paying homage, like an ode to a classic era. And really, I just want to make that connection with the audience of showing my appreciation for like that type of MCing, that type of lyricism that you may not see as much now.
With so many artists coming out of New York, everybody's like an artist on every corner. Like, what do you think is going to help you stand out from everybody else trying to get their stuff off the ground?
My main rule of thumb is like as long as it sounds good, as long as it sounds good. So what I feel like is going to set us apart is our ability to be relatable and connect to a broad audience. Whether you're talking about college kids who are looking for like a newer sound, or you're talking about guys who are people who feel like a little bit older and they don't really hear that lyricism anymore. The core of everything we do, despite like regardless of how wide the sound is going to be lyrical. So I think we're just going to set a stand apart with the package.